Yes, we just had Gamescom. E3 wasn't too long ago, but be ready for a bunch of new PlayStation 4 game reveals and updates as Sony has announced their TGS 2019 lineup. I want to go through the entire lineup, the highlights of the lineup, and also be aware that there are definitely some surprises scheduled, so if a game isn't in the lineup, there's a chance that it's just gonna show up, and there's a chance that games you might not even be thinking about also show up. A ton of games are gonna be there, so I want to give you guys the heads up on all of that. Let's talk the PlayStation 4 Sony TGS 2019 lineup. I want to start off by taking a look at the games that'll be a part of the PlayStation Presents live show at TGS. So these games we're probably going to see a considerable amount of. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is going to be there. Death Stranding is going to be there, so that's very exciting. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Nioh 2 is going to be there. Project Resistance from Capcom, that is the new Resident Evil title. Yakuza Like a Dragon, that is Yakuza 7, the game that has quite a bit of controversy surrounding it, given that it is moving from an action-oriented playstyle like you know and love it from Yakuza, and they're doing something totally different by making it a turn-based style game. I've talked abundantly about that in a previous video. If you want my thoughts on it, check it out. But in short, I think we should all be cautiously optimistic. The Yakuza studio has done a tremendous job with all of their Yakuza titles, and if they want to do something a little bit different, I am all for it with Yakuza Like a Dragon, so I'm excited to see more of that. And probably the highlight for me, Final Fantasy VII Remake from Square Enix is going to have a big presence there. Obviously, it is probably the biggest Japanese game that is in development right now, so we should see a sizable amount of the Final Fantasy VII Remake come TGS 2019. I've talked abundantly about this game as well. I'm incredibly excited. However, they really need to specify what content is going to be available on the Final Fantasy VII Remake. We know that there's going to be multiple parts of this game, and you can't go into this game by just promoting it as Final Fantasy VII Remake. You have to redo the title, or you have to make it abundantly clear to everyone that this game is Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1. That revelation needs to happen very soon, because there are going to be people that are just browsing through Amazon and they're going to be like, holy hell, Final Fantasy VII Remake, one of the most iconic games from my childhood, is being remade ground up for the PlayStation 4. Let me buy that right away, without the thinking that, hey, this is only a portion of that Final Fantasy VII experience. From a Square Enix standpoint, they need to make that clear as day on the box art, in the title of the game, whatever the case may be, and that is something I feel very strongly about, because not everyone is like you and I that are watching these videos, making these videos, and super into gaming. Final Fantasy VII as a game is one of those titles that really translated from that niche gaming audience. Even from the most ardent of gamers, everybody knows about Final Fantasy VII, so this is a game that's going to be catered towards casuals as well, jaded gamers, people that haven't touched a video game in a very long time, and Final Fantasy VII was a nostalgic part of their childhood. Whatever the case may be, Square Enix, I implore you, make it clear as day and make it evident to the consumer what content is going to be available in the Final Fantasy VII Remake, because the game's due out in March. It is now September. We should really have some clarity on what that's going to be very, very soon. And I wouldn't even be opposed to a name change for the game to like Final Fantasy VII Remake Episode 1 Part 1, whatever you want to do. If it's going to be a multi-part series, if it's going to be an episodic title, make that clear to everyone involved. That's clear to the gamers that have been following this game, following the development, following all of the updates, but to that gamer that played this game 20 years ago and they just kind of know about the release, you can't do them a disservice like that. So that's my tangent on that, but given that it is the biggest Japanese title that'll be at TGS 2019, I feel like it's important. Still, the gameplay has looked incredible to this game. The visuals look stunning, and this is the game that I've wanted for so long. I remember Final Fantasy VII's tech demo on the PlayStation 3, and now we're almost to the release of the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm already sold on it because I was such a big fan of FF7 from the story, characters, and now we're just 6 months away from the release of the game. I'm stoked. Also gonna be there, Nioh 2, which is very exciting. We haven't heard much about Nioh 2. We've known that it's been in development. Was it announced E3 of 2018? Yeah, it's been quite a while, but hopefully we get some concrete information on that as well. And they're also gonna show off some Gran Turismo Sport content, so that should be cool as well. Some other titles that are gonna be there, I'll leave a link to the full list, so let's just go over some of the highlights. AI the Somnium Files is gonna be there, Borderlands 3, Code Vein, Concrete Genie, Control, Digimon Survive from Bandai Namco. That looks really good, and as a big Digimon fan, very excited about that. Dreams, that should be exciting given that we haven't heard from Dreams in a little bit, and the game should be out later this year. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Ghost of Tsushima, although I don't think we're going to be seeing a lot of new content out of this, but a trailer has been noted, although there are some conflicting reports right now. So let's hope to see a new trailer for Ghost of Tsushima, but it's probably not going to be something massive as it's not directly a part of the PlayStation Showcase. Hopefully I'm proven wrong on that and they blow the doors off everything anything with Ghost of Tsushima because that game has limitless potential. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus is also going to be playable and have a trailer. Little Nightmares 2 is going to be there. That I'm very excited for, coming from Bandai Namco. Need for Speed Heat. A new Guilty Gear from Arc System Works. A trailer for that will be shown off. Neo 2, by the way, is going to be playable and have a trailer. One Punch Man is making the transition to being a video game. A Hero Nobody Knows is going to have a trailer. Persona 5 Royal is going to be there in big form, it being playable and having a brand new trailer. That is exciting. Outside of the Final Fantasy VII Remake, that might be the most anticipated upcoming JRPG. Yes, it's an extension of Persona 5, but Persona 5, you can make an argument, is legitimately the greatest JRPG of all time, so an extension on that is something that you're just inherently going to be very excited for. And don't get it twisted, this isn't some sort of definitive edition. If you go back and look at Persona 3 FES, Persona 4 Golden, those upgrades added a sizable amount of content, and Persona 5 Royal seems to be a step up from those. But if you played Persona 5 thoroughly, there's going to be a lot of reason to go back and play Persona 5 Royal as well. They're adding a ton of stuff to it, so that's exciting. Project Resistance, as I mentioned, from Capcom is going to be there. It'll be playable, and there will be a trailer shown off. Kind of surprising that it's going to be playable, given that we still don't have a concrete idea of what this game is going to be, but obviously that should be known come TGS. But it does look like this is more of a spin-off and not a mainline Resident Evil title. If Capcom wants to do something a little bit different, they've earned my trust at this point after their stellar lineup of releases from Monster Hunter World, Resident Evil 2, Devil May Cry 5, Mega Man 11. They've been slaying it on all regards. So even though Project Resistance might be a little bit off-putting to some, again, Capcom has earned my trust at this point, and I'm excited to see whatever they put out. Speaking of Capcom, Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection is going to be there. We're going to get a trailer for that. Project Sakura Wars, a brand new JRPG, that's going to be playable and have a trailer as well, so that's very exciting. SD Gundam G Generation Cross Rays, that's coming from Bandai Namco, that'll have a trailer. Shenmue 3 is going to have a trailer. Star Ocean First Departure R from Square Enix is going to have a trailer. Guys, that is awesome. I believe that is an upgraded version of Star Ocean 1 that was released on PSP, originally released on the PS1, but that is really good. I love Star Ocean, although Star Ocean 5 left a lot to be desired, but hey, Star Ocean First Departure R, we know the quality of game we're going to be getting from that, although visually it isn't anything to write home about. To see that game in action for the PlayStation 4, that'll be exciting. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is going to be there. Sword Art Online Alicization Licorice is also going to be there. That's a Sword Art Online game that has you play from Kirito's perspective, and you actually go through the SAO story itself, so that's pretty cool. Sword Art Online is one of those anime that is immensely popular. I'm not a big fan of it. I just thought it was a little bit cringe at some points, but hey, I'm not here to get into that debate right now. If you're a fan of SAO, nothing against you, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. Tales of Arise is going to be there. That'll have a trailer, so that's awesome. Tales of Arise really upping the ante for the Tales of franchise as a whole, which has been a really consistent JRPG franchise, and it's fallen into that trap of having that core audience, and that core audience is sizable, although it hasn't really grown into a mainstream audience. I think with Tales of Arise, if it delivers, given the visual upgrade, given the gameplay style of Tales of Arise, it could be a major PlayStation 4 JRPG. So that's exciting. Trials of Mana is going to be playable and have a trailer. That's pretty cool. And then Watch Dogs Legion is going to have a trailer as well. To go over some PSVR titles, Concrete Genie is going to be there. Marvel's Iron Man VR is going to be there, playable and a trailer. Hatsune Miku VR, playable and a trailer. Sariento VR, that's going to have a trailer. Sariento is pretty awesome. Stumper's going to be there and a couple of other titles. Again, that's what they're ready to confirm. We're going to see some off-the-wall trailers. We're going to see some game revelations. So this isn't going to be everything. But man, all of those titles I already threw at you guys, TGS 2019 is looking to be absolutely packed, and a lot of compelling Japanese titles. Some Western games are going to be shown off as well that may or may not resonate to a Japanese audience, but nonetheless, very excited for TGS 2019 as a whole. And it will be kicking off on September 12th, and it will be running until September 15th, so some awesome games going to be shown off as a part of that. Hope you guys enjoyed the rundown, and as TGS rolls on next week, we'll give you guys insight into everything, all of the revelations, all of the reveals, all of the announcements, all that good stuff. Stay locked on the channel, and we'll give you guys all the info on that. That's going to conclude this video. Do sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
My turn.
Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.